Ready to go?
Time to switch. Oh, it's working anyway. All right, so switch transition in. Go on. Wait, that was wrong. Having a little issue, but it'll be all right.
Should I grab these terpenes?
Yeah, you got a little bit of time. Second here.
Sniff them.
One live now.
Okay.
Get in position. My camera cut off on me. Well, just watch me smoke while Yep, so our camera cut off on me, but you should still be able to hear me. I'm here live on my remote location like I said I would be. But I had a little problem with my camera there, so stand by. Just enjoy the smoke. All right, welcome back to another episode. It's good to have you all here. If you're new to my content, make sure you're doing me a favor and hit the like, subscribe button. I'm broadcasting live here from Primo Gardens here, located in Columbus, Ohio, here near the short north. And now you should be able to see me. And thanks for coming here today. Now, our stream might have a little hiccups here and there because I am broadcasting remotely from my laptop. And like I said, I've got a special guest here with me today. Let me switch over so you can see her. She's going to be here in the lab. Say hi to everybody, Erin.
Hey, how's it going?
All right, so we'll be going here in the lab here in just a minute and making some tinctures.
Yes.
All right, so first of all, I want to know what y'all medicating on today. Give me a second to access y'all's comments here. I've got a tablet here that I'll be using so I can get to y'all's comments. Okay, we got a lot of people here. See Tamiko, Lynette, Cannabis, Mean, Billy, Steven, Robert. Hey, we got a full house. All right. So before we get to making tinctures, and of course, me being downtown, there got to be a fire truck, so I'm really downtown. First thing we're going to talk about is the big news with the Board of Pharmacy. So I'm going to pull up an official document here, so this is all the way official. So I'm not going to read this all to you. I'm going to summarize it, but you can read it on the pharmacy's website. They've sent an email to everybody. If you didn't get the email, I can send you a copy of this document. It is also posted on my social media. Make sure you check out my website, ohiocannabislive.com. We'll be posting an article there shortly about this in more detail. But the bottom line is here at the top of the headline. As of December 31st, 2023, the Board of Pharmacy will be handing over control of the medical marijuana program to the Department of Commerce. The Department of Commerce will be establishing a separate organization within the Department of Commerce to manage the dispensary operations, the patient and caregiver registry. Everything will all be handled under the Department of Commerce. A lot of people are worried about that. I want you not to worry about it right now because, the main thing is that hopefully by having this transition, this will reduce some of the fees that were being charged to license holders. And this could actually potentially bring prices down even further. So as I talked about last week, we already know there's a surplus of product out there, and we're already seeing license holders make adjustments. So if you haven't noticed, there's a dramatic price drop right now on products, especially plant material. So we are starting to be a lot more closer to those prices up north than you think. So if you're still making this long trip up to Michigan, you are literally wasting your gas right now. You really are.
Yeah.
Because we got prices that are really cheap on the flour, on the edibles, and even on the concentrates. I think that what people haven't realized is that 90 plus dispensaries are now open in Ohio. We started out with 4. Now we got 93. And 150 will be open. Just 15 in the city of Columbus, where I'm at right now. So again, by the time you make that 2 or 3 hour trip up north and come back, you could have probably drove somewhere from where you was at for probably an hour and probably found something. It's just a lot to try to give everybody else information. But keep this in mind. We're hoping that we can eliminate the Board of Pharmacy fee. Because see, right now we're paying the Board of Pharmacy every year $50 or $25, depending on whether you're a veteran or indigent. Mm-hmm. So we're just giving them that money. We don't really know where it's going. It certainly ain't going to improve the program or to upgrade the software or nothing like that. So hopefully we'll have some better accountability under this new organization. And I just want to explain how this happened. Because a lot of people are like, well, how did this happen? Did they vote on it? What happened is, this provision was added to the Ohio budget bill. And that's how they wrote this in there, to remove the Board of Pharmacy from control over the medical marijuana program and to place it under the jurisdiction of the Department of Commerce. So this was actually something that was done, in the midst of a whole bunch of other things. We still don't know what's done. The question of today is, are you registered to vote? Yes or no? Answer that in my survey there. Right now, we're looking at this. I don't have anyone on here that voted yet, so I want to know. Say yes or no in the comments. Are you registered to vote? And if you aren't registered, are you planning to register? Because what we need to make sure you understand is that there's a special election coming up in August, and you need to go to that election and vote no on issue 1. Because issue 1, if that gets passed, that means instead of it being a 50% majority for ballot initiatives to get passed, it'll be a 60% that we'll need to get a ballot passed. So example would be, we're trying to regulate like marijuana like alcohol. I hate word, it's such a wordy thing. Regulate marijuana like alcohol. We're trying to get that passed. And we're going to talk about that in just a second. And at the end here, make sure you keep watching. Don't drop off, because I want you to see how these tinctures is made. So I said that's what we're going to do today. We're going to make some tinctures today. Okay? So, but we've got to get past this part about this voting. So make sure you're registered to vote. I'm looking on my survey here. I'm not logged in here, so it ain't giving me the total. Okay. And I'm looking at y'all's comments here. I didn't ask y'all, but I'm gonna ask y'all what y'all medicating on right now. I done had to medicate before I got here. I got medicated on some triangle mints before I got here. So it's important that we stay on this topic. And I'm going to reiterate it every Friday until it's legal. Until we get legalization, until these changes are made, I'm going to drill this to you. Register to vote, register to vote, register to vote. You want to legalize, you want home grow, register to vote, register to vote. Mm-hmm. No other excuses. Let's see who's messaging me, because I normally don't answer messages. Yeah, somebody who's definitely not watching my show. Right. Thanks for messaging me during my show. All right, so the next thing we're going to talk about is the update for regulate marijuana like alcohol. Mm-hmm. So here's what we know. And you may have heard this from your local media, but I'm saying my information comes directly from the people that's running this campaign. And wait for this police to go by.
Downtown, man.
Ambulance, whatever. Okay, so first thing, 220 signatures was turned in. We only needed 125,000. So why so many? Well, because they'll try to throw them out. So we need to have at least 56% of those signatures to be valid. It's going to take 2 to 3 weeks for the signatures to be verified. And anyone who signed that petition, you must be registered to vote. So if you signed it, oh, I signed it. Did you sign? Anyone sign the petition? Let me see in the comments. Did you sign the petition? Let me see in the comments.
Yeah.
Make sure you tell me.
signed it.
And okay, you signed it?
Yeah.
All right. You signed it? All right. Where'd you sign it at? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So be looking around. Make sure you sign it. And make sure you sign it in the county you live in. That's important as well. The next thing is they've got 2 or 3 weeks, like I said, to make sure that these signatures are valid. At that point, move on to the next phase, which will hopefully be us getting it on the November 2023 ballot. Okay. Now, another thing that's going around, and I didn't get to put my slide on here about it, is House Bill 168. Okay. House Bill 168 is a bipartisan piece of legislation to legalize marijuana for adult use in the state of Ohio. Now, this is very similar to the regulate marijuana like alcohol initiative. A couple things that are different. First of all, with the regulate marijuana like alcohol initiative, it gives license holders a 2-year kind of like advantage to where they can be the only ones that can open rec dispensaries. In the House Bill 168, that's not in there. Things that are similar is they have this 10% sales tax. So I would love to know how you feel about paying 10% sales tax. I just want to let you know in Michigan it's 16% for rec, in Illinois it's up to 40%. Currently, the sales tax on medical marijuana is based on what county you live in. So if I live in Franklin County, I'm paying 7.5% sales tax unless they went up. So check your local sales tax in your county, and that's going to tell you how much you're paying for your sales tax. Sales tax matters. If you're buying medicine every month, you're paying a sales tax on it. And if you're just staying in your local municipality, like you live in Cincinnati, you live in Cleveland, you're always going to pay higher. So every time you say, it's so expensive in Cleveland, you're absolutely right. I 100% agree. Go to Carroll, go to Columbus, go somewhere where the sales tax is less. But if you go up to Michigan and get it, it's still 16% there. So if you're driving to Michigan, you telling me you're saving money because you went there and you got a whole bunch of carts and everything, I surely bet you're not adding in your gas. The gas in Michigan is higher. They charge you more in Michigan when you use your debit card than your cash. They charge you the 60% sales tax if you don't have a med card. So a lot of people go in there without a med card, then abandon our program and going up there and getting robbed blind. I'm just telling you like it is. You might be finding a deal, that's true, and that's great. But at the end of the day, when you calculate everything that's involved and the risk of getting a felony for going, is it really saving or isn't it? And I just want to make sure people are doing the due diligence and doing the research on these things, because we're trying to legalize here in Ohio. We can't be worried about what's going on in Michigan. Worry about what's going on in Kentucky, because Kentucky is going to come here and buy all our stuff. We don't want it. Don't worry, Kentucky will take it. We want to stand in line, because that's coming again. Once Kentucky is able to come here and buy something, you'll be standing in line all over again. I'm going to just tell you, I went to Cincinnati the other day for an expo, and I went to Sunnyside, Cincinnati, and I stood in line. And I was mad. Like, why in 2023, the pandemic's over, we got all these dispensaries open, why am I standing in line? Well, I'm going to tell you exactly why I was standing in line, because the 50% of the people who were standing in line with me didn't even know that there was 3 new dispensaries in their market. Didn't even know there were drive-thrus. Didn't even know that ounces is down under $100. They had no idea. Why? Because you didn't tell them to watch Ohio Cannabis Live. You didn't tell them to follow me on social media. You didn't tell everybody that there's a guy out here that's giving all the information that you need to know to save money and time, and also avoid a felony for driving up to Michigan to go get some carts. I'm telling you, we have to pull together. And that's why I'm going all over places, trying to work with people like Aaron and everybody else to try to bring everybody together. Because again, if we're running up there, we're not together. We're separated. So, that's the important part of the lesson today. Register to vote. Start checking the menus. You can go to my website and see all the menus. By the way, if you need to get your card, now I have a special partnership with Leapwell, and I got a code I'm going to have in the comments, the description of this video, where you can save $25 on your next renewal. Or if you're new to the program, I can save you $25. So I'll be passing that code along to you. You can use that code with Leafwell, and you'll be able to get a discount. And I assure you, it'll be less than $250 that you've been paying. Some of you, I heard. Stop overpaying.
Yep.
Stop it. I'm gonna save you some money if you just keep watching. The more you watch, the more the more money you'll save, the more you'll learn. So share this video with everybody that you know that's running up there and spending all that money up north. How are we gonna beat them in football if we ain't beating them in weed? How's that gonna happen? What happened to Go Bucks? Go Bucks, right? Okay, then.
Man.
Okay. So, I'm just telling you like it is. So I know a lot of you have been concerned that, this rec's going to come in, and then, why would we need a medical program? What will be the point? Well, I'm going to take you back to the tax thing. If you look at all the other rec states, they have rec and medical. Medical patients don't pay taxes. They don't pay the rec tax. So there will still be a reason to have your card when rec comes, and that will be a tax savings. It doesn't matter whether you're shopping here or whether you're shopping up north. If you got your med card, you can save money on taxes. That's important.
Yep.
And we got to make sure when this rec thing happens that we have social equity, that we have patient rights and protections, housing protection, child custody protection. Housing's a big deal. We got a lot of issues with housing right now. Even if it was legal today, where are you going to grow it at?
Exactly.
And is your landlord going to be okay with that? Is your landlord going to be okay with you smoking cannabis in his apartment after it goes legal? Had that even been discussed? So that's something else you got to be thinking about. Is that, okay, yes, let's say it gets legal in November. What's your plan now? How are you going to be able to afford to even enjoy rec if you're going to have to pay sales tax on the rec stuff at the dispensary? You're going to have to find a housing situation that's going to allow you to grow it or have it or consume it. There's a lot to think about that you haven't probably thought about yet. And that's why I'm here to help guide you through this process, because it's very important we get it right the first time, because we already saw what happened when we let them do the medical program. We don't want a repeat of that. Okay? So now we went through all that. I'm going to go ahead and bring on Erin, and we're going to go ahead and make some tinctures. So yeah. I hope y'all ready. Can you hear me okay in there?
Me?
You hear me, Erin?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, I'm coming in there. You're going to show us all how to make some
tinctures. Yes, let's do it.
And then at the end, I will look at the comments and answer any questions. So please hold your questions until after we get done make some tinctures. All right.
Yes, come on in here into the CBD infusion lab.
Okay, all right.
At Primo Gardens Inc.
Okay.
I'm gonna go wash my hands and put some gloves on.
Well, that might be a good idea.
Yeah.
We want to be clean here.
But
yeah. While you're doing that, they can hear you tell.
Yeah, so we can talk about this. So
tell them about you first and why you're here. And
yeah. Well, welcome. Thank you, Anthony Mastermind, for having me on your live today. My name is Erin Babcock, and I am in the cannabis industry in a couple different ways. So I got into it back in 2021 with my business partner, Ange Boyce. We were still finishing our undergrads in college, and COVID hit. COVID hit. Yeah. So life just turned upside down for all of us, and we were just riding the wave, figuring out what we wanted to do. I was on track to go to physician assistant school because I always knew I wanted to help people. Like, I always knew that was what I was meant to do, is help people. So I just assumed, healthcare, just based off of the life I was living and what I thought would be that route based on traditional society. And I was filling out my physician assistant applications, and my gut started turning. So I knew something was off. I wasn't totally aware back then, but I definitely noticed that, and that it didn't feel right. So kind of opening up my mind to what could be possible. And that happened because of COVID and because of cannabis. So I played elite soccer, and as a kid, I kind of did stigmatize cannabis. I never used it. I knew I wanted to play college soccer, and I was told that it's this bad thing, it's a drug, and that I shouldn't do it. So I just obeyed and I didn't even question it. But I did suffer from a lot of concussions playing soccer, and I took a lot of ibuprofen, like strong doses before every game from like a young age, 15 to 19 years old, around then. But if I would have known that cannabis could serve as a neuroprotectant, then that would have been really useful information. Taking CBD to help with my concussions and headaches and things like that. But I stopped playing soccer my sophomore year of college, and that was when I first tried cannabis with my friends, just seeing what would happen, just socially. And then once COVID hit, me and Ange were roommates, so we just spent a lot of time dreaming, thinking, coming up with crazy ideas. And I didn't even recognize that they were business ideas back then. We just were writing down our ideas in a notebook and all kinds of things. And we came up with coffee in a joint, which
Coffee in a joint
was going to be a cafe with infused drinks and food. And it was just something we wrote down. We're like, oh yeah, maybe like 10 years. And my mom got into the cannabis industry during COVID as well. She got her hemp cultivation license and rented a greenhouse and just tried it out because she went down her own natural health journey to find essential oils, herbs, and then cannabis. So she kind of had her own path into the industry. And then from there, she invited me to a meeting with her where we met this team out of Colorado who was pitching a concept of opening a store with a retail front and a lab in the back where you make all your products. And it's kind of similar to coffee in a joint, where instead of infusing into drinks and food right now, we're infusing into tinctures and salves and things like that. So that's how we first got into the industry over 2 years ago now. So it's been a while. And I also got my master's in medical cannabis science and therapeutics. I just graduated a couple months ago in May.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I started that August of 2021. So it feels good to have that. And now I'm really passionate about the education in this industry. So teaching people about the science of cannabis and the endocannabinoid system, which I feel like some of the viewers here are probably hip to that, but most of the general public is not. And
Endocannabinoid, what? You
know? The endocannabinoid system. I know, but
hard it's like I can't spell.
The nickname's ECS, but I feel like we gotta start normalizing it so that people can learn about it, because I like to break it down into endocannabinoid to try to make it easier, but it is something we all have. Every creature beside insects have it. So definitely something worth learning about. It's connected to every organ system we have and helps regulate homeostasis. The most dense receptor location is in our central nervous system, so our brain and spinal cord, and our immune system, which regulates our immune function, inflammation, all kinds of things like that. So it's really important, and we can help boost this system ourselves naturally through exercise and nutrition and social interaction, smiling. But there's also this plant that we are all a fan of, known as the cannabis plant, that produces compounds that also interact with your endocannabinoid system and can provide therapeutic effect. So here at Primo Gardens, we work primarily with CBD. We work with some CBG and minor cannabinoids, but mostly CBD. And that is one of the more dominant cannabinoids along with THC. And it provides balancing, relaxing effects.
So what's that there you got?
This is a beaker.
Well, okay. Well, I know that, but what you getting ready to do with that?
Yeah.
Weigh some stuff
so
out.
I'm going to turn the. So this is just like it can be a hot plate or a stirrer.
Okay.
And we don't have to heat anything up for this process.
Okay.
So we're just doing that. But CBD is really good at balancing you out in different ways, whether that's emotional, mental, mood regulation, or physical discomforts that might be going on in your body. So it helps your body and mind restore balance. So here at Primo, we make custom blended tinctures
Wow.
by adding in different plant extracts and terpenes, essential oils to give it a little flavor as well as contribute to the effect. And in the natural occurring flower bud plant, we call that the entourage effect, when you have the terpenes and the cannabinoids and everything all working together. So
yeah, before you do that, you said that now we want to show them this. You've got you've got some terpenes.
Yeah.
Myrcene, she's got myrcene.
Yep. So this is just some of the terpene isolate mixed up with a carrier oil so people can get a smell idea. But yeah, we're gonna be making Anthony a blend. So
all right. So I need to smell some of these first, right? So
mm-hmm.
I've always want to know what linalool tastes like. So I'm gonna spray that one first.
Yep. Do you know what linalool is found in?
No, tell me, educate me.
Linalool, the most known thing it's found in is lavender. So it kind of has that florally scent.
Yeah, okay. Now that you said that, now that triggers a thought in my brain. When I smell it, it does kind of smell like almost like an air freshener.
Yeah.
Gassy, still a little bit gassy smell. Okay, so that was
linalool.
That's linalool.
It's relaxing, can help with like de-stressing, but then also as an antioxidant, so it can help.
Okay, so limonene is another one that we've got in here.
Limonene.
See how
that's how I say
yelled
it.
at all the
These
time.
are just
That's
how
not
I
how you say it, mastermind. Okay, so here's
limonene. That one's found in the peels of citrusy fruits. Okay. So lemons, oranges, limes, and it
sounds more like a licorice smell to me, though. Doesn't really, licoricey smell.
And that one's also relaxing. So that's found in our Peace of Mind blend.
Okay, beta carotene. I've also wondered about this.
Yeah, this is like the super terp.
I didn't even have to spray it. That's a little bit.
Yeah, so that one's found in black pepper, rosemary, basil, bunch of different herbs.
It's a little bit funky.
But yeah, it interacts with your CB2 receptor, which is the receptor in your immune cells, most commonly in your immune cells.
But alpha.
Found all over. Alpha pinene.
And pinene, okay.
Yeah, that's the most abundant terpene in nature, found in coniferous trees. It's going to be good for like focus and
this
memory.
Smells like something for cleaning supplies. Focus and cleaning go right together.
Yeah, and these are like pretty concentrated isolates, so you only need a couple drops.
Gotcha.
Infused into the bulk base.
So far we've tried the limonene, linalool, limonene, beta carotene, alpha pinene, and then we've got two more. We've got how you said that one?
That's terpinolene.
Terpinolene. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so that one's of the 6 we have here, that one's probably like the least common.
Okay.
It helps with relaxation.
But this is something it smells similar to what I smell in a lot of concentrates that I tried.
Yeah.
Ooh, that one's definitely got a kick. Like, ooh, I don't know if I would want to taste that.
Yeah.
Woo! These ain't what y'all thought. I'm telling y'all keep saying you smell terps. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then myrcene.
Myrcene, what everybody's always talking about.
It's the most abundant terpene found in cannabis. Okay,
this is a little bit. And what does myrcene normally do?
Myrcene, so at higher concentrations, above 0.5%, it is relaxing. So relaxing, sedating. That one's in our PM blend.
Okay.
And then at like lower concentrations, if it's just like one of the minor terpenes in it, it can actually be energizing. Okay. But it's found in hops, mangoes.
So I'm thinking I like myrcene, this one, and these 3 right there.
Those 3? Okay. Yeah. Do you want any essential oils?
Like, what are the choices on that? Go over some of the choices we got here. Show them the card. Yeah. So this is the card.
That's the card.
All right.
Get a little closer.
They can probably see that.
So basically with this, you can build a blend from scratch. At the very bottom, we have some of our featured formulas that we made for more of the common imbalances people face, like sleep, energy, stress, focus, hangover.
So these 3 combination here, what's that going to probably do? Wait, is that we talked about hybrid? Like, is that gonna be?
Yeah, this is giving me like a hybrid between like relaxation, sleep, and like body recovery.
Okay.
Like helping to like repair
If I
any
want to,
damage.
if I wanted to add something to help me, it's gonna give me a little bit more energy. What are these 3 that are over here left? What would I add? Alpha Pine, or would I add limonene, or would I add or would I just add something else altogether?
Yeah, I think like these two are both kind of uplifting, limonene and alpha pinene.
Well, let's just throw that one in there.
Limonene.
All right.
Okay.
So
we'll go all terps.
Okay. Yeah. All terp. Well, you know.
There are we have some essential oils too.
Okay.
So
what's essential oils like? What exactly is that?
So they're more just like extracts from a specific plant.
Okay.
Like peppermint, rose, basil. Okay. Terpenes are even smaller. Okay. So they're like very, very small molecules that are found in essential oils.
Yeah, so I want some peppermint in mine.
Some peppermint?
I mean, a little bit of cinnamon too, right? Can we mix those together?
Yeah.
Or will that taste like
crap? I can't even predict what this whole combination will taste like.
Okay, so yeah, let's go with the peppermint, cinnamon.
Okay, mix. So we're fill it all out. All right. Peppermint, cinnamon.
Then I'm gonna get out the way and let you do your thing.
Myrcene, linalool.
I can watch this.
Yeah, so you're doing 6 different oils. We try not to do more than 20 drops.
Okay.
Of total additive, because that's about like a 3 to 5% dilution rate.
All right.
And we want to make sure it gets infused into the greater blend. So basically, we start with by adding in the essential oils and terpenes, and then we add in a bulk base. So this has already been infused with CBD.
Gotcha.
And it's a 1,500 milligram blend. So in a 30 milliliter tincture, it's 50 milligrams per dropper. Gotcha. So you can take half a dropper or a whole dropper and do it that way. How do you spell mastermind?
MASTAMYND. Mastermind.
There we go. Yeah. So we have these little cards we can.
Somebody said, which one gives marijuana the skunky smell? Great question.
The skunky smell? It might be myrcene, but
yeah, myrcene's a little bit raunchy.
Yeah.
And that's found in a lot of strains. If you missed any of the stuff that I said at the very beginning of the show, just so you know, it's going across the bottom at the news ticker at the bottom. So just in case anyone was like, well, I missed the beginning of the show, no worries, because we put the information from the beginning of the show at the bottom in our news ticker for today. And if you're new to my show, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And while you're doing that, how can they find you on Instagram?
You can find Primo, our store, at primo.shortnorth.
Okay.
And you can find me at Air Energy. It's EEERINERGY.
We'll have to add that to the description of the video later.
Yeah.
We're never going to remember that.
And I try, like, on both of those. We post more, like, product information on Short North, but I try to post little educational videos about the endocannabinoid system and this industry and that sort of thing. So if you want to learn more about that.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yep.
Yeah, we're just adding a couple drops of each of these terps.
Yep, and make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to check out the website. We'll have more information coming about all these initiatives. Homegrow will be here soon.
Yeah. I'm really excited for that.
Man, Ohio gonna be the next big weed capital. I'm telling you, everybody's gonna be going. I mean, I'm going to Ohio to get some weed. You watch. We're gonna have so much weed here, man. It's gonna be like just trees everywhere.
Yeah.
Just you just wait. It's coming. 6.5% in Butler County. See, that's a good rate, Stephen. See, everybody need to come over there and visit you in Butler. You need to come hang out in Butler County. Cause see, 6.5. That's what I'm saying. So if you look at your sales tax, you can Google your county and it'll tell you your sales tax rate. If you want me to look it up, just tell me what county you're in, and I'll tell you what your sales tax rate is. Not right this moment, but you know, organic genetics is out of Columbus. Okay, all right. Is there a website for the seeds or what? You know, we can buy seeds now, so you got some seeds out there you're trying to get rid of, but you better put the website out there so we can figure out where to get the seeds from.
Seed plug.
Yeah, what's that seed plug? I'm trying to get my collection together for when it goes. We'll be ready to go.
Yeah. Yep. I know. Ange, my business partner, is from Michigan, and they've got home grow, and her dad.
Yeah, Michigan has had home grow for well over 10 years, and they had a big change over there where it used to be that you could grow medicine and take it and sell it right to the dispensary, and then they changed that. So now,
oh wow, yeah.
Now it has to go through and get all the regular kind of stuff we do here. The guy that's home growing, he can still grow it and sell it to his buddies or whatever.
But you just have to.
He can't get it in the dispensary. Oh yeah, that's looking cool right there. Okay, so what's that right there? That's the.
So it's called a stir bar.
Okay.
And it has a magnet in it, so it magnetizes to this hot plate. Gotcha. And yeah, it just needs to infuse for about 30 seconds to a minute. And that's it. Yeah, and then we package it up. I mean,
that's not as complex as we might think, you know.
No, not as complex.
Well, but just think about it. What if you had to make 10,000 of these?
Yeah.
Like if you was a processor in the medical marijuana program, you would need a space twice this size. You would need 10 workers in there working all day.
Yeah.
To pump out that volume. So.
Yep, and this is just like a single order, like straight to the consumer. We also do white label and wholesale in this lab, so we can make more than one at a time. And
so
definitely a little more.
Somebody wanted a mastermind tincture per se. They could probably get one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right, Jimmy. Tell them, hit that like button. Hit that like button.
Yeah.
Smash that subscribe button.
Yeah.
We surely appreciate you.
Yeah, and if you want to build your own tincture, you can do that online at www.primogardens.inc.com, or you could reach out to us and we'll get you in the right direction to make your own custom blend.
Absolutely. How is that gravy painting at the moment, Jimmy? I have yet to try that. Anybody try anything else new? I was thinking about trying some new stuff, but I got to make some money first. You said you're not registered to vote and haven't been in many years. I have an alternative political views. Okay, but if we want to get legalization in home grow, you will have to make an exception, Jimmy. we need everybody. It's an all hands on deck. So, you know, if you're one of those folks who normally doesn't register, we certainly need everybody to register now, because we cannot let them change from the majority to the 60% thing, because that'll just make everything extra harder for ballot initiatives to get passed. So we need everybody who normally don't come out and vote, please come out and vote in August in a special election. It's only one thing on the ballot, and all you got to do is check the no. That's it. Just know that what they're trying to do isn't good for the people. It takes away our voice, and our voice is already limited as it is. So we gotta do what we can to keep it going.
Yep.
All right, so you made it.
Yep, made it.
Oh wow, let me come out here. All right, see, man.
If you wanna. It's definitely a lot of different smells in there, but I added, peppermint was the top one because that can dull it down sometimes.
Okay, yeah. But, see, it smells good. All right, so
from personal experience, so you're gonna want to put this under your tongue, and let it absorb. So you're not gonna want to swallow it. And from personal experience, like doing a full dropper is sometimes like too much. So like half a dropper.
Half a dropper,
is like a good amount.
Okay, here we go. She said half a dropper.
Yeah.
Is that
and that would be 25 milligrams.
Okay.
In this specific blend.
All right. So here's half a dropper. audio.
Not sure when we lost you.
Yeah, but we're back.
Yeah.
And can y'all hear me now? Can I get a yes on that audio? We should be fixed. It's back on. All right.
Awesome.
All right. So continue on with your questions, and then we'll wrap up with what everybody's having for dinner. So if you want to go ahead and tell me now what you're having for dinner, please go ahead and leave that in the comments. And I would like to just share my reactions about this product that was custom made live. It's the first time I've ever had a product made live. It's pretty exciting. So what I'm feeling right now is kind of like an uplifting effect. I don't feel sleepy. I definitely could feel some relief in some of the things that I was feeling prior. So I definitely think that this helped me with anxiety, because typically when things go wrong, especially when I'm live streaming, that could create a lot of panic for me, a lot of anxiety, because I'm trying to make everything work perfectly. And whenever you're doing live broadcasts, and if any live broadcast, there's always room for some type of weird glitch or some kind of problem to happen. And that's what happened here.
Yeah.
But I'm glad to know that the sound is working and that you all can hear me. And I want to know what your questions are about the CBD, or what the questions about anything else we covered today, as far as the changes with the Board of Pharmacy being removed from the program, or if you have questions about the Regulate Marijuana Like Alcohol initiative. I'd like to know what you have for me here. And the comments could be a little bit delayed because I'm looking at this on an iPad. Mm-hmm. You said you voted no. You voted no on what? I guess I'm not sure what you voted no on. Was that on today's poll, or was that like you're going to vote no on issue 1?
But
That's
it's cool to be here. I'm looking forward to linking up again, doing this again sometime.
Yeah, we'll definitely be doing some more videos. And okay, I'm looking at comments now. How true is it that CBD diminishes THC effects? Okay, thanks, Cannabis. Thank you for voting in my poll.
Yes.
So you want to take that question?
Yeah, that might have been when the sound cut out, but we were talking about that a little bit. But CBD does reverse the psychoactive effect of THC. It has an inverse effect on the CB1 receptor. So if you were to take like a 1-to-1 or equal parts CBD, THC, you might not reach that euphoric effect you are looking for some people. But it is useful if you are a little too high and you're starting to experience some of those negative effects that people can have, like increased anxiety or increased paranoia. So whereas THC can sometimes worsen that in people, worsen anxiety, CBD can help to bring that down, and it really just brings you back to your balance and centered self.
All right, Cannabis Hemp. No, we're not married. We're just friends. We met at the Columbus meetup. Shout out to Bonnie Rayburn, that does the Columbus. Bonnie Raven, that does the meetups here in Columbus and all over Ohio. You can look that up. The medical marijuana meetup. She does that every month. So if you want to come out and hang out with us, keep an eye out for the next event for that as well.
Yeah,
but that's how, trying to bring people together. Is trying to network with people in the cannabis industry, not just in the medical marijuana program, but also people who are in the hemp industry, who are in the CBD program, because eventually all these things are just gonna.
Yeah, it's one plant.
Yeah, it's one plant.
It's the same species.
Yeah, so it's all going to end up being the same thing. It really is the same thing. It's just different parts of it that we're all learning one step at a time. And we're still going to do another video. For those who are interested in learning on how to get a master's degree like she did, I definitely want to know. So if you're interested in that video, please leave a yes, I want to see that video in the comments, so we can gauge how many people want to see that video. We can do that video live and make it like a live stream info session, or we could do a private setting depending on how many people are interested in doing that. But we definitely want to make sure that we're giving you the information that is going to be most beneficial to you, whether you are in this program. I read some of the comments. I know some of you are not in the program, So I definitely want you to reach out to me so I can help you get in and help you save money. All you got to do is just reach out to me through email, ohiocannabislive@gmail.com. You can visit my website, ohiocannabislive.com. I got a button you can click on there, and you fill out that form, and I respond with a recommendation for a medical marijuana doctor in your state. It doesn't even matter now if you live in Ohio or Michigan. I can still help you get your card because the company I'm working with, they're set up in all the legal medical marijuana states in the United States. So it doesn't matter if you're watching this and you live in another state that has a medical program, I can still save you $25 on your recommendation. So with that, I'm just going to wrap up and say, well, I got a couple more questions in here. Just wanted to say I'm glad y'all are giving people knowledge. Thanks, Daniel Krim. Appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, cannabis hemp. Yeah, Illinois as well. So yeah, Illinois has a medical program. So yeah, you can use the discount code that I'm gonna put in the comment. It'll be in the description of the video. You'll be able to follow that link and you'll be able to save $25. So yes, if you live in Illinois, you would still be able to use that discount code. So yeah, nationwide. All right, before we go, does anybody else want to let me know what they have for dinner? If not, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Make sure you share the video with all your friends. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe button. It's your boy Mastermind here with Ohio Cannabis Live and Aaron Babcock here at Primo Gardens. We thank you again for watching today, and we look forward to seeing you again.
Yeah.
Peace.
Thank you. See ya.